On this episode of He Said, She Said Movie Reviews, we take a look at the movie 21 Bridges, written by Adam Mervis and Matthew Michael Carnahan, and directed by Brian Kirk. Welcome to He Said, She Said Movie Reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with similar but different movie tastes take a quick, spoiler-free look at the movies, helping you make the right decision before your next movie. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
So we went and saw 21 Bridges. I give this movie almost 3 stars. And April, you give it?
Definitely 3 stars.
We'll tell you all about it right after these 2 trailers.
Alrighty, the first 2 trailers. Here we go. The first, we have The Gentleman. A very British drug lord tries to sell off his highly profitable empire to a dynasty of Oklahoma billionaires. Release date January 24th, 2020. Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, and Michelle Dockery.
This is an ensemble cast. It also has Henry Golding as the antagonist,
Yep.
the bad guy. It looks interesting. I'm hoping it's going to be better than the trailer is showing.
Yeah, we need a different trailer.
Grabbing this one.
All right, the second trailer I saw was Uncut Gems. A charismatic New York City jeweler, always on the lookout for his next big score, makes a series of high-stakes bets that could lead to the windfall of a lifetime. Howard must perform a precarious, high-wire act balancing businesses, family, and adversaries on all sides in his relentless pursuit of the ultimate win. Release date, Christmas Day, which is strange, I think, for this movie. Adam Sandler, Julia Fox, and Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, this one looks really interesting. I think this is one of those movies that they're trying to get in for the Academy Awards Best Picture type of thing. Adam Sandler in a very serious role. It looks interesting, but the trailer's not grabbing me yet. How about you?
It was a weird trailer, too. I don't know what's going on lately. There's been a lot of that.
Yeah, it is, like you said, it is a strange Christmas movie, so... All right, so 21 Bridges. This is a story about an embattled New York PD detective that's thrust into a citywide manhunt for a pair of cop killers after uncovering a massive and unexpected conspiracy.
All righty, the director is Brian Kirk. It's his first movie. He's done a lot of TV, though. Game of Thrones, Boardwalk Empire, Penny Dreadful, and Dexter and Luther. The writer is Adam Mervis. He's known for The Philly Kid, and Matthew Michael Carnahan. He's known for World War Z, Lions for Lambs, The Kingdom, and Deepwater Horizon.
Yeah, it's got a pretty good cast. Chadwick Boseman, you all know him from Black Panther. Sienna Miller, J.K. Simmons, Stephen James, Taylor Kitsch, Keith David, Alexander Siddig. Stephen James, he's one of my favorite movies this year, If Beale Street Could Talk. So he's from that. He played Fonnie in that. And Taylor, one of your favorites, Taylor Kitsch, Tim Riggins from Friday Night Live.
I love him. Yeah, and by the way, I barely recognized him. It took me a minute. The runtime was 99 minutes. It's rated R for violence and language throughout.
It's got plenty of violence.
Yeah. And the hard part, I don't do well. I just don't do well with violence in general, but particularly with cops and also corruption with cops. This was hard.
Yeah, this is your typical cop movie that's, about greed and corruption. That's kind of the theme.
Yeah.
So,
but with the theme being that, though, I thought the characters, the acting were phenomenal. I know you thought Chadwick was miscast. I thought he was very intense. He was very focused. I thought he did a good job.
Well, this is not a spoiler because you find this out in the very first part of the movie. His character is a cop who's very quick to pull his gun and use it. And the why I thought he was miscast, he just doesn't have that cold-blooded killer type mentality to him. He was
different, but
he's too much of a nice guy.
Well, I thought he was focused. Okay. So the direction was, what'd you think?
I thought the direction was decent. There's nothing outstanding in the direction. The score for me, the score was way too much. I thought the volume on the score, it was too high.
I agree with that.
It overshadowed the movie. And when anything intense was about to happen, this really intense music started before. And it's like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah, I think that's valid. The cinematography, the movie takes place during one night and you can see what's happening. I thought it did good. I thought that was good.
Yeah, if you've listened to this podcast, you know my pet peeve is nighttime scenes that you can't see anything happening on the screen.
Yeah.
And this wasn't one of them, But then again, it was shot in New York at night where there's just so much light pollution that, you could see everything. So
Good point.
yeah.
Okay, special effects, some great chase scenes, I thought, both
Yeah.
on foot and cars. That, to me, they did really well. There's a lot of it. And also...
Well, there's a lot of gunfights, too. That's another special effect that they had going on.
Yeah,
right?
but it all came together, of their time frame of the movie. Okay, because it all happens in one night, right, Tim?
Right.
And that the best way to say it, I thought they did a great job. I thought the pace was nonstop. Where I had an issue was the dialogue. I just thought it could have been much better in the movie.
Yeah, some of the dialogue in this, yeah. For me, the dialogue was kind of a meh, and that's why I had a hard time giving it a 3. It's up there. To me, this is one of those movies that if you're going to see it, I'd wait for it to be on streaming service at home. So I don't think that you need to rush out and see this one in the theater unless you like cop action movies and you want to see it on the big screen because there's plenty of action in this movie.
Yeah.
And it gets a little, this movie is also very predictable once you figure out what the storyline is.
I don't agree with that, really. I think actually they did really well with the storyline, and it kept, again, I followed it really well, and I was kind of into it. I just think, again, the dialogue. If the dialogue had been a little bit better, I would have been a little happier.
Well, when I say it's predictable for me. The movie was predictable, the storyline. And then when you get to this point halfway through the movie where something happens. No, I'm not spoiling it. I'm just saying.
You want to, though.
Yeah, I do. I know. I'm chomping at the bit.
Come on.
To drop it. When you get halfway into the movie and this event happens, you go, oh, wow, we still have half the movie going on. Then it's very predictable, I thought. So.
All right. Well, I think it's a movie worth seeing. Still, I thought it was well done. So.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
3 stars from April and then almost 3 stars from Tim. So I guess that's a 2.75, I guess, or 2.9 maybe. But you get it. It's a good, fast-paced cop movie.
It is.
That's what you like.
All right, everybody. It is the season of movies, and we will see you at the movies very soon.
We really appreciate you, and thank you so much for listening. And as always, please tell a friend about the podcast. That's how it gets around. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you at the movies.
See you at the movies.